all! Welcome to my channel. My name is Gréta and I do sign-along videos, sign-by-sign tutorials and chronic illness related content. Yes, the title is correct. Today's video is about how to be a strong, dependent woman in the 21st century. This is something that I have been thinking about for a very long time, and it didn't take long for me to realize that I wanted to share it with you all, as this is something I hope I heard a few years back. And really, this video is for younger Gréta and anyone else who might feel like she did back then. I'll be honest, it is much harder to open up about this than I thought it would be, but it is still not as hard as it was to accept it in the first place. Since I was a child, I had to work twice as hard just to get "it's not bad for a girl," even when I did better than all the boys. I had a principal who was open about his opinion that women should stay in the kitchen, and I had a prime minister who publicly said that he doesn't care about women's issues, and whose government to this day shares the view that women should give birth to and take care of their children as the #1 priority in their lives. I could do a whole video what all those and many other things did to me and to my womanhood, but this is not that video, don't worry. All of that resentment made me stubborn, hardworking, and even more stubborn. So no wonder that it was almost impossible to ask for and accept help when my health gave up on me. Now I rely on medications just to stay upright. I need supervision just to take a shower. I have a wheelchair that gives me some form of independence, and my fiancé is my full-time carer. As a human, it is demanding living with multiple chronic illnesses, but as a woman, it makes you question your core beliefs, especially as my carer, my fiancé, happens to be male. It means that I rely on a man. I need a man to do all those things for me that I can't. I need him for day-to-day tasks. So no wonder that I started to question whether I was a feminist if I needed him so much. I know it might sound silly, and I can name a dozen disabled women who are strong and proud feminists, like Jessica Kagan-Fozard, like Hannah Witton, but I still feel like I am not enough. My mom often says that's different when she holds herself to much higher standards than everyone else in the exact same circumstances. And I used to use that argument in my head, but it's wrong. It isn't different. If I can see that all these amazing disabled women can be strong and dependent, and there's nothing wrong with it, why can't I see it about myself? It's been only 2 years since I had my first official diagnosis, and to be honest, I still haven't made my peace with it. I have bad days and I have better days, but it is a journey that I don't think it will finish ever. So why am I making this video then? Because I know how hard it was, especially in the beginning, and I couldn't even describe myself as disabled, even though I could see that people with the same circumstances have more than enough right to call themselves disabled. I just didn't know it was okay to question it this much. Now I know that it is okay to be disabled, not just for other people, but it is okay for me to be disabled. And it is okay to be dependent. No, I cannot call myself a strong, independent woman anymore. But I am proud to be a strong and dependent one. And just because I am dependent, there's nothing to stop me or you from being a feminist. I might not be fully accepting of this yet, but I am trying, and I hope you are too. I know today you might be watching this and say, no, I'm cool, but let's be honest, it's a roller coaster. And this video is always here for you to come back when you have one of those harder days. I also hope that you enjoyed this slightly different format. I thought I would experiment a bit. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You can also find me on Twitter and on Instagram and share your stories about how you came to terms to being strong and dependent, especially if you're a woman. Next week, there will be a new sign-along coming out. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Thank you for watching and listening to me. Take care. Bye-bye.